Hi everyone, it's Kate from the Fold Line. I am back this week with the new sewing pattern releases for July. It's been a busy month. We've had so many new releases. I can't believe how many. It's very hard to keep up actually. Yeah, loads. So I'm going to talk about 6 of my favourite, but I'm going to pop a link down below to our blog post which has everything in there, so you can go and have a proper scooch around there. There's loads of really nice stuff, but I can't talk about it all. So it's also quite dress heavy, this version. Before I get going, what I'm wearing, I've got the named Helmy on today. I love this. You might have seen it before. Can't resist a bit of leopard print. But it's a sort of tunic dress, and I actually shortened it into a blouse. And I have worn it so much, I think I'm actually going to make a couple more. It's a real sort of wardrobe staple. And also, if you don't know what you're wearing or like what to wear that day, it's a great one that you can just shove on and you look vaguely smart. And who doesn't love leopard print? Right, I'm gonna get going. So the first dress I want to talk to you about is called the Sienna shift dress from Sew This Pattern. I picked this because I thought the construction, well, I love the dress itself, but the construction is clever and the pattern cutting is kind of interesting as well. So this is quite simple in terms of shape-wise. It's a shift dress. It's got a seam underneath the bust. It's got 2 little darts underneath the bust. But the kind of main feature is this amazing ruffle that goes from, it's kind of, well, the ruffle is caught into the princess seam, and the ruffle goes from underneath your, almost like your armpits, all the way around to the other side. I just thought it was really nice and quite clever. I've seen, you know, we've all seen dresses with ruffles kind of before, but just the way this is cut, so quite often the ruffles are on the edge of the garment, so that means that you end up with, you know, quite a lot of your bra showing underneath. This has, because they're caught into the princess seams, there's then another panel that goes completely underneath your arm, which obviously I'll pop in. And yeah, I just thought it was quite a clever construction. The other thing that they thought about, which I really like, is that the princess seams are as far over to the kind of side of your bust as possible. So it means that the ruffle is not going over the top of your boob. And for anyone with larger boobs, ruffles are usually a no-go area, because quite often you don't want to make your boobs look big, especially if they're really big, or on the bigger side. And this means that because they're sitting to one side, they're not actually going to make your boobs look bigger. So I just thought this was a really nice and interesting shape, and definitely worth having a look at. I think this would be really nice. You could totally make it, because the sample's in a denim, so you could do it in a denim or a print or a chambray. But also, if you wanted to wear it to a wedding, you could do it in a crepe and it would look amazing. And I think this has got the potential to look quite different, because if you make it in a crepe, the ruffle is going to be more relaxed and drape, whereas the denim, or the linen-y denim that they've done it in, is quite structured, so it kind of holds its shape. But yeah, I thought this was a really interesting pattern and definitely worth checking out if you're looking for a summer dress. So the next one I want to talk to you about is the Vare shirt from Pauline Alice. I hope I've said that correctly. So this is sort of an oversized shirt. A lot of people, well, I definitely looked at it and thought, oh, it's quite similar to the closet case patterns, and now I can't remember. Cali. I thought it was quite similar to that when I looked at it, but then actually that when I had a proper scooch around it and had a look at all the images from the sides, it is actually quite different. So the first thing to point out is the collar. So it's in terms of construction, this is a much more simple collar. It's a flat collar, so you don't have the stand on it, which makes it quite a lot easier in terms of the sewing process. If you haven't done a shirt before and you're thinking that you'd like to do one, this flat collar option is a really good place to start, because you learn half of the techniques, but there isn't the sort of it's less fiddly, so that's a nice feature. It's a very relaxed fit, like it's quite, if you look at it on her, it's quite kind of oversized and quite dramatic, and I really like this idea of having something quite big that you wear with something kind of skinny on the bottom. I totally think I was thinking about this. I've got a lot of friends who are pregnant at the moment. If you are pregnant, this would be a really nice thing to have in your wardrobe because it's loose fitting. There's nice little details. There's a sort of button up pull on the side of the shirt if you want it, and there are also slits in the side. They are, let me have a look. So there's slits in the side and they're straight cut slits, and it comes down slightly lower at the back as well. So yeah, it's a really nice simple summer silhouette, and I think it would be kind of a good wardrobe staple. So yeah, I thought this was a nice one. The next thing I'm talking to you about is, which I'm sure a lot of you have seen and probably purchased. It's the Felix dress from Grey 9 Studio. I couldn't not talk about this dress because I am in love with it. I know that I saw on Jen's Instagram stories before it was released her saying that it's one of her favourite patterns and she just loves it, and I can totally and utterly see why. Grey 9 Studio always nails sort of simple elegance, and she's done it again with this one. I just love it. So the details of the dress, so it's a kind of V-neck, kind of almost like a fake wrap, because it wraps over at the front but it's stitched into the waistline. It's got, in terms of the kind of line drawing, it's got quite a dramatic shape, and I'll show you. So it's got this curved seam that goes from underneath the bust down to the sides. It also has inbuilt pockets into those seams, so it's cleverly cut. And what I think is so good about this is that it's going to look fantastic on pretty much all body shapes. I think having a little bit of flesh showing on your is it called? I can never remember what it's called, but this part of your body I think is always nice, just to show a little bit of flesh, but then it's quite a relaxed sort of fit. So the swooping hem over the front is then a straight hem at the back, and from the look of it, yeah, so out at the back it actually sits quite low, the seam line at the back. I would say that it's probably just above your bottom. So it looks great. I haven't tried it yet, I definitely want to. It comes with options to have sleeves or sleeveless, and I just think it's such a great shape. I think it will look good on everyone, and a lot of people commented when we put it up on Instagram that it'd be great for pregnancy as well. So if you are pregnant, this could be a nice one to wear, because that curved seam line is going to work great for your bump. You just need to sort of extend the front hem to make up for the lift over your tummy. Yeah, I just thought this was a lovely one, and I think it's going to be a kind of classic. I just feel like a lot of people are going to make this and love this. Right, next one. I think I'm getting through these quite quickly actually. I picked this because I thought this was really interesting. It's the Sussex cape dress from Style Arc. It's a two-piece that you can wear as a one-piece, and it is a very simple, the one-piece is a very simple shift dress. It's got princess seams on the front, and the princess seams go all the way down to the front. On the back it's just got two darts in the back. So construction wise, really simple but a really classic shape. And then it's got this amazing little like capelet that you can wear over the top of it. And I mean, there was definitely a massive trend for having like a cape over your, like a capelet thing that was attached into your dress. But I love that this is separate, so that you could wear this. It's definitely kind of an event sort of number, but you could wear this to a wedding and have the little capelet over, and then once you're ready to kind of really show everyone how to dance, you can like fling it off and get onto the dance floor. And I just thought it was really nice and quite interesting, and actually quite a simple construction. So if you are newish to sewing but you wanted to make something for a wedding, this could be a really nice option. I mean, the only issue you're going to have is making sure that it fits, but having these princess seams that go all the way down to the bottom means that actually fit wise it's going to be quite easy on you. So all you'd need to do is make up your toile, put it on inside out, and pin out any areas that don't work. So I think, yeah, I think you could really make something quite dramatic with it, and I love the pictures of it, so I think that's an absolute cracker, especially if you've got a wedding this summer. The next one I'm talking about is another dress. Surprise, surprise. It's a Sparrow wrap dress from Afternoon Patterns. I picked this one because I think it is very commercial. I think you probably will have seen stuff like this on the high street. I think it's going to look great on a lot of people, and yeah, I just thought and it's kind of interesting cut-wise, not too complicated construction, so it's a bit of an all-round goodie, this one. So the only thing I will say is that there are no line drawings, so I'm going off what I can see from the photos, and I'm squinting now at them. So it's got quite simple little straps at the top. I know a lot of people are funny about bra straps, but I think you could definitely, it should just about cover your bra straps, but you could make it slightly wider if you wanted to. It wraps across at the front. It's got slits in the side seams, and so that the ties feed through that and you can then tie it. It is quite simple construction actually. I don't think it would take you that long. What else is there? There are definitely little darts underneath the bust, so that's good if you're slightly bigger busted in terms of fitting, because I know that I often find with things that don't have a dart that you end up with kind of a lot of excess around your tummy. So yeah, it's kind of got good fitting kind of options in there. And let me have a look at the skirt. Yeah, it's just a panel skirt at the front and back, and it's got slits at the side. I just thought this would be great because you could totally whip this up in like a cotton or a linen and wear it to the beach, but you could also again make it in something a bit floaty or viscosy and wear it to a wedding. Yeah, I just thought it was a really nice one. I thought the feature at the back of the dress was really nice as well. It's quite low cut, so I think that looks really nice. I'm wondering whether you probably can't wear a bra on with it then, because it's quite low sitting. It's hard to tell actually. I think it might show your bra, so you could always raise the back a little bit if you wanted to, but yeah, I guess yeah, then that makes it a little bit more beachy, especially if you've got a bikini, then it doesn't matter so much. Yeah, I just thought it was a really nice one and a good like if you haven't done a wrap dress before, I think this could be a really nice one to give a go. So last but not least is the Florence Dress from Republic du Chiffon. They've released their summer collection of, I think it's 3 patterns, off the top of my head, 3 or 4 patterns, and they're really cute as usual because they do everything really nicely. But I picked this dress because I thought it was a cracker and perfect for this weather. So it's a pinafore dress. We love a pinafore dress. I can't get enough of them. It's just a flat panel on the front, so there is no shaping. That would be my only sort of slight thing I'd be slightly worried about. If you've got bigger busted, this could be an issue, but it's hard to tell. The girl in the picture is, well, it's hard to know whether she's got boobs or not. So yeah, so it's flat fronted on the front, crossover detail on the back, and then a gathered skirt, so that's gathered into the waistband with these quite dramatic patch pockets. So construction wise it's quite simple. Fit wise, as long as you don't have the issue over the front, but because of the way it's cut, it might be alright even if you do have big boobs. It's hard to tell. Yeah, it's quite simple. The thing I really liked about it is that, because there have been a lot of pinafore dresses about this kind of year, but I really liked how high necked this version was. I thought it was quite nice. It just sort of elevates it a bit and gives it kind of an interesting cut line. I think it must have a little zip in the back from the, yes it does, little zips at the back, and the crossover straps I think are buttoned down. Let me have a look on the picture. Yes, so you button those on, but you could just stitch those in if you didn't want to have button details on the back. Yeah, I thought it was a really cute one and perfect for summer. If you make it up in, they've made it in sort of a denim chambray sort of cotton, which is a great colour because you can then wear it with all your stripy tops and you'll be good to go. Right, so that is that is me done for this month. I hope you enjoyed that. We will, as I said before, pop a link down below to the blog post with everything so you can go and have a good old read. Have a nice weekend, everyone. Bye.